Okay, this is not going to be for everyone. This is like a rare group of people. Yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. I always trust that, like, whatever you're presented with, like, if you land on here, most likely, like, there's something in here for you. That's just my belief, right? Because as within, so without, as above, so below, like, our reality is a constant mirror to what's within us, what we're calling in, um, the people around us. So just pay attention, right? But again, use your discernment, use your intuition to see if this fully resonates. But yeah, the reason that I feel like this is like very like small percentage of people is because the message I was like feeling into is you're a rare force of nature. Like, people that come into your circle, into your energy, it's like, be careful. Be careful because they're not leaving the same person. Like, they come in and obviously they don't know, like, let's just say it's a new person. They have no idea what to expect from you. But they are intrigued by you because again, you hold this magnetism around you. And you always have, actually. Yeah, you've always had this incredible force around you. And yeah, you've probably experienced a lot of different things when you were younger. It made you feel like an alien, or like, you're not human. Like, it just made you feel like you're the black sheep, right? And yeah, you've always had this like alluring magnetism where people, they didn't even know why. They didn't know why, but they were attracted to you and they're just like, what do you have? What do you have? And I feel like some of them would try and figure it out before talking to you. Oh, okay, cool. um yeah. Oh my god. Okay. So you're probably one that always felt like lonely, right? Like I said, like the lone wolf, or just like you weren't really fitting in with anybody, and you were trying to. You really were. You know, you were trying this group of friends or this group of people or whatever, and you were really trying to find your place here, but it just wasn't clicking. And that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you, by the way, no, because I know that, like, you're just the type of person that sees through illusion. You've always been able to see through truth. And yeah, there's just been a lot of mystical experiences that you have had that you had to keep secret, and you still do. You share it maybe with some people who really, like, you can tell that they can receive it, but ultimately it's not something you know, share. But because of this feeling of like feeling different, not feeling like you fit in, and like trying to see where you could fit in, it probably made you feel very lonely growing up. Made you feel very isolated, made you feel very like, does anybody see me? Does anybody like really understand me? And yeah, you just probably felt very secluded. But what I was getting was like, even though you felt that way, that like no one was able to really see you for you or notice you, right? And you were kind of like, now the word that is coming in is like an enigma, like that's kind of how you felt. And that's how you felt like other people perceived you. But the funny thing is, there were a lot of people around you that did see you, they noticed you. Oh, okay, wow. I'm just tapping into all of this and just, yeah, you're the type of person that people actually never forget. Even if it, like, you don't think you made an impact in their life, even if you never talk to them, they'll go back and they'll remember you, because again, that is just like your energy and who you are. So yeah, there's probably a lot of people that always, and actually this is like a consistent thing throughout your whole life, is that people did notice you, people did see you, people were like, what the heck does this person have? Like, what is it that I am so drawn to this person? But like I said, of course there were some people that like would want to come talk to you, get to know you, ask you questions, like, try and investigate further about like why you're so alluring. And but there were a lot of people actually that felt very intimidated by that. And even though that they noticed you, like they were drawn to you, they didn't want to actually come and talk to you and like get to know you, because it was like your energy did so much like activation within them that they didn't really understand what the hell was happening. And they just wanted to observe from a safe distance, just to kind of see if they can dissect you, right? But they couldn't. They couldn't. They would try, but they couldn't. So, like, yes, it could have been like they've always noticed you, they would always pass you by and like really just be drawn towards you, but they would never talk to you. And they just kind of let it be, because they didn't really understand what to do with what your energy was activating in them, right? And like I said, some people, they would want to come, they would want to ask, they would want to see what the heck you were holding in your energetic field, which again, they probably don't know this. They don't know this. It's a feeling thing. It's a magnetism, right? And but they don't know, like they don't translate it that way. They're just like, I don't, what is going on with this person? I don't have the words for it, for what it is doing to me. I don't have the word, like, that's probably what they thought. And they were like, those of them that were like kind of intimidated by that and like, I don't know, they're like, I can't even go to this person because I don't understand what's going on. And then there's those that wanted to investigate, right? um so yeah, you're probably a person that you have very like few connections in your life. And it's not because you don't like people, it's actually quite the opposite. Your heart is so filled with empathy and compassion and love. And oh my God, you actually really love people. Like, you see the goodness in them, every single person. Doesn't mean that like you want to be friends with all of them, like it doesn't mean that you want them in your circle, but it just like, you have a high level of empathy and compassion, like earth angel type of thing. Um and but you don't, because you know that your energy is so freaking powerful and not many people are able to actually be in your energy, which is why it's like you're a rare force of nature. Like, rare, rare, like that's why I mean, people see you, people might interact with you and been like, what is going on with this person? What is this person's energy triggering in me? Again, for a lot of people, that's very intimidating. And some people could have actually told you that, like, oh, you intimidate me, blah 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 blah, right? Um but it's literally, oh, okay. Yeah. So the reason that this happens is you carry so much light within you. And when you carry that much light, it illuminates so many things. Like, people can't hide their stuff with you, or even when they're around you. It's like that light triggers something in them that, like, inside of them, where they're like, they're trying, it's like the shadows that they've always tried to control and they always tried to hide and not look at. Even just being around your energy, it kind of activates for those shadows to come out, right? Because when your light is that strong and so bright, it touches them. And that's what I mean. It's like they're magnetized to it, right? Because it's oftentimes, it's like the type of light that you carry. It's like they crave it. Oh my God. Okay, so people crave to have that kind of light within them, but they're scared. They're scared of it. They're scared to crack fully open within themselves, because to crack open means to look at all their shadows, all of their stuff, all of their gunk. And so many people are scared of that, right? And so that's why, like, you, this rare force of nature, right? Again, like I said, it's going to be for very small handful of people. The ones that have, like I said, done the work, have dived deep into their shadows, alchemized them, transmuted them, and you're here for like you're here for like a really big reason and purpose, like a catalytic. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but that's what was coming up. Just like something that just like shakes things up and wakes things up. Like, it's like, hello, do the work, wake up. Like, like it is a confronting energy, but it's not confronting with anger and hate. It's confronting with love, right? It's confronting with a lot of light, which I said, like, that scares a lot of people who are unprepared for that, who don't feel like they can look at their stuff. Yeah, it's a push pull effect, right? They're drawn towards you because of that, but they're also repelled by, like, that's why so many people, they like I said, there's a lot of people where they don't even come and interact with you because they feel it within themselves, and they're just like, no, I don't know what's going on, this is like too much. But they're curious, right? So that's that little bit of like that push pull, but they don't fully come in. Then there's this other group of people that they do come in, right? They get curious. There's something within you that's like, ooh, what is this, right? But again, because it activates whatever within them, they get scared, right? So that's that, again, push pull, right? They come in, they taste whatever you're holding, the energy that you're holding, and it's almost like too much too soon, and they have to completely withdraw and go the other way, right? And then you have like, just, I don't know, just like the rarest group of people that they're fine to be there, right? Either because they carry the same light and like frequency as you, or they're just Alrighty, my audio cut out. The mic died, and I had to go and charge it. Won't lie, I lost that whole thing. Um, and I don't know if I can get it back, but it was like that was such a good message. Thankfully, it cut off a little bit, and I think I was just talking about the people around you and how there's some people who are actually able to like be in your energy, and yeah, be transformed, be illuminated by it. But that's also how you know that those are your people. You know what I mean? Which obviously, I'm sure for you, this rare force of nature, um, your circle's probably not that big. And I just want you to know that that's why. Okay. I don't think I mentioned this, but I wanted to. Cause yeah, I'm feeling my heart like completely open right now. And it's because I think I was mentioning the whole people thing because you've craved connection. You always saw the goodness in people. And at your core, you actually love people. Like, yes, you can get mad at some people and you're like, what the hell? Like, what are you thinking? Like, especially when they're not doing right things. I get that. But when you see them at the core, you're like, aw, I see all these like beautiful light aspects in them, right? And it's almost like you want to draw that out of people. Which is why some people, if they're not ready for that, they get scared and they pull away and they withdraw and they're like, they want to continue hiding because they themselves haven't accepted these light aspects in themselves. They themselves haven't. And so it's very intimidating when you can see that in somebody else and you want to help bring that out of them. But if they haven't accepted it themselves, it scares them because it's like, well, if they haven't accepted it, like how can you, right? And it's a very confronting energy. Like I mentioned, it's very confronting. It's very destabilizing to someone who got very used to operating at a certain level of consciousness, at a certain level of their evolution, and that they're wearing a lot of masks. Like, I get it. And that's why for you, it's like, it hurts when those people pull away. I get it. Truly, I do. And I feel like it used to hurt a lot more. You've kind of you've grown thicker skin around it, being like, okay, you're not ready. I release, goodbye, type of thing. Um, but it still hurts at some level, and that's fine. It's a very human thing, especially when you're so connected with your heart, right? Um, yeah, it's that saying of like you can only meet people where they're at. If you're much deeper than they are, like they can't reach those depths. They have to do it themselves. You can only meet them where they're at because um you're like degrees of how deep you can go. Like, yeah, you've played here, like you can be here like in the shallow waters, but because you have a lot more range is what I want to say, versus someone who's always kind of stayed up in the shallow end. They don't know those depths. They have no idea what that even means, right? And for someone like you that has a lot more range, like it's just easier to traverse like these different ranges, right? Which is why, again, you probably can connect to so many different people. But for them, they're like, whoa, 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 this is too deep. I haven't swam in these deep waters yet. Like, they sometimes like to look at you from afar and be like, oh, wow, right? And some people like to kind of dip their toe in and just like a little bit further, but like it still can be scary for them. And just, yeah. Um, Again, because like I had to wait a little bit for this to charge, kind of lost the whole point of this message, and maybe that's the whole point. I'm also learning to trust of like, if something stops me and I have to, stop this and then come back, like, I don't know, trusting the unknown. But maybe I feel like there's just this group of people that, I get it if it's hard when it's like you crave connection, you want connection, but yeah, people meet you and it's like you're such a rare force of nature that it can scare them, it can intimidate them, and it's harder to make those connections, right? And I guess just know that that's why. There's nothing wrong with you. You've come here to illuminate, to hold truth, to bring truth out. Some people are ready for it, some are not. And you just got to meet them where they're at. Trust that as time goes on, more and more people will get there. But you're definitely someone that people don't forget. Like, they'll always remember you, even if you just lightly came into their life. That's how expansive and magnetic and powerful your energy is. And it's almost good that not everybody has access to it, because again, you're so sensitive and you're not meant to, right? You're not meant to touch everybody, and have them within your circle. You're only meant to have the right people, and you have some in your life and you'll gain more. But again, because you're so sensitive and you have this big powerful energy, just so also being like protective of it, because it's like it I'm sure you've had people come in where they just want to take from your energy, not give back, and then just run the other way, right? That's not what you deserve. So as much as you crave connection, you want to, you know, have these, people in your life, like, just make sure that there's reciprocity, and like they're not only coming in to take from you, right? I know that you have a very full cup. Truly. Like, you gain your light, your love, your compassion, your energy from source, and that's like infinite, where you can give, but you deserve to receive, right? And that's what you're learning, right? That's where that discernment and those boundaries come in, of like, yeah, I can illuminate stuff in you, but you also have to meet me where I'm at. And that's the only those are the type of people that you should have in your life. The ones that are willing to swim in your waters and be baptized by it. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna end this here. And I don't know, I feel like if maybe this message is supposed to expand, and maybe it will, I don't know. There's a reason why it ended where it ended, and I had to pick it up here. But yeah, I'm gonna end this here. Sending you so much love, and I'll see you on the next one.